Welcome to Puzzles with Pugsley, your first puzzle of the day. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they would fly over the bay, they would be called bagels. And your second puzzle of the day. What do you call a pony with a cough? A little horse.
Mabel has picked out a great story for us. Let's get started. The Silver Slippers.
Twice a week, the little girl took ballet lessons after school. She practiced at class and practiced at home. Ballet posters on the walls of her room inspired her, but no matter how hard she tried, she never could get into exactly the same position as the one that was on the poster. In class, she was never quite in step. The little girl was frequently discouraged. One day, the teacher told the class that there was going to be a ballet recital. I haven't decided who will be the prima ballerina and lead the other dancers, she said. The prima ballerina, thought the little girl. I would really like to be the prima ballerina. But then she remembered her last practice session at the bar. Oh, I could never be the prima ballerina. Not the way I dance now, she thought. That afternoon, the little girl hurried home and told her mother about the ballet recital. She told her about her longing to be the star ballerina. I think you can do it, said her mother. You just have to practice, maybe even a bit more than the other girls. You have to decide what you want. The little girl thought about what her mother had said. She decided that she really did want to be the prima ballerina. The next day, while the little girl was practicing, her mother came into the room. I have something for you, she said. She handed the little girl a small white box with a tied, beautiful silver bow on it. The little girl untied the bow and opened the box. There, resting on the small cushion of the velvet, was a pair of tiny silver slippers on a silver chain. These slippers are special, said the little girl's mother. They will help you become the prima ballerina by reminding you of what you want. The little girl put on the necklace and looked in the mirror. The silver slippers glistened in the light. She wondered how the necklace could help her become the prima ballerina. For the next few weeks, the little girl practiced very hard. Every spare moment she practiced. When her friends played outside, she practiced. When they went to the movies, she practiced. And all the time she practiced, she wore the silver slippers. Days went by and the little girl danced better. Weeks passed and the little girl continued to improve. The teacher saw how hard the little girl had practiced and how much better she was dancing. When it was time to choose the lead dancer, the teacher chose the little girl. The little girl rushed home after class to tell her mother the news. Her mother gave her a big hug. I knew you could do it, she said. For the next 2 weeks, the little girl continued to practice. The big day arrived. The little girl was excited and a bit nervous. After supper, she went to her room to get dressed. She put on a pink tutu and pink ballet shoes, and around her neck she wore the silver slippers. Her mother tied her hair with a satin bow. That night, the school was aglow with lights, and the little girl and her mother arrived. The little girl had never seen the school lit up like that. All the ballerinas were in the flutter backstage. Most of them were already in their costumes and putting on their makeup. The little girl's mother helped her redden her lips and put on her pink cheeks. Looking in the mirror, she thought she looked quite like a ballerina, but she certainly didn't feel like one. What if I miss a step? What if I trip on stage? What if I can't do it? The little girl thought to herself. Now the little girl heard strains of music coming below from the stage. The performance was about to begin. It was then that something unexpected happened. While still waiting in the wings, the little girl had a chance to look in the audience. She became frightened. How can I dance in front of all those people, she thought. I know I have dreamed about dancing on the stage, but I didn't think I would feel so nervous. Then she remembered the silver slippers and what her mother said. These are special slippers, she thought. When I see them, I remember what I want to do. I do want to be a prima ballerina. I have worked hard and practiced. I have danced all the steps before, many times before, and I can do it again. Just then the piano sounded her entrance. The little girl took a deep breath and began to dance out onto the stage. She started a little shakily, but with each twirl and spin, she became more confident. What's more, she never missed a step. The curtain fell and the applause filled the auditorium. After the performance, the teacher came up to the stage and presented the little girl with a bouquet of red roses for the most improved ballerina, who became the star ballerina, she said. The audience cheered, especially the little girl's mother. From then on, the little girl wore the silver slippers every time she practiced. And on days when she was learning a new step or one that was especially difficult, she would practice harder. And it was true. The silver slippers were special, for they reminded her of what she really wanted, which was to dance her very best.